It's party time, Mom.
Stay
Shut
horned.
the front door. Hashtag stay horned. Hot news, Natalie. You know what? We haven't gotten a stay horned message in a long time.
We haven't said it in a while.
Hashtag stay horned. I haven't really hashtagged it in a long time because I get tired of explaining it. For those of you who don't know what stay horned is, you longtime listeners, you know exactly what it is. They said, why don't you and Natalie just go get it over with since y'all stay horned all the time? She meant horny.
Yeah, she meant horny.
Who doesn't stay horned?
Duh.
How old are you?
20?
Come on.
Really?
1, 2, 3, 23, 24.
I'm 45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want y'all to look, America. I want you to look. This is what a 45 looks like in America. Oh, my gosh. It's horrible.
Ugh. Well,
Candice, the queen of the Ethiopians, she's 71, but she's not in here. She's out doing actual work in the production offices. But you know who is over there driving the mothership, which is Studio 22? That is Puppet Master Mark, pulling the strings.
What's up?
Do you ever feel like just a sense of power, like I'm in control over here? No?
I don't know. Never really thought about that before.
I like how Mark kind of rolls his eyes like, no.
It's starting to overcome me right now, actually.
Yeah, pretty much everything rides on your shoulders. People never understand. Mark, I don't think Mark even likes it when I call him out over there because he's so into what he's doing. Off the Rails episode, folks. Off the Rails. I want you to go to watchchat.com. Check out where we're going to be. Live shows all over the country. Everett, Washington, Rocky Mount, Virginia. We're going to be in Bakersfield, California, Visalia, California, Reno, Nevada. We're going to be in Florida, Illinois. We're going to be in Tomball, Texas. We're going to be in Corpus Christi, Texas, Pueblo, Colorado, Granger, all kind of places. Still adding shows. Big announcement coming about the podcast. Those of you who have been tuning in and supporting us for all this time, listen, your support is paying off. We got a big announcement. We can't make that announcement yet. Can't do it yet. But I will tell you this. I got my Party Apocalypse silver, GMR Gold. Bam, you got to get that. And by the way, when you go to, you can get it at GMR Gold or Bullion Box. Just Google them. It pops up. Get your currency of the Party Apocalypse, your Party Time Mom coin. It's pure silver. It's an ounce. If you send us a picture of your little smiling face with the coin, we'll send you a code. You can get 20% off discounted on Watch Chad merchandise. Look at this cool stuff we got. Bam. Steve, Party Foul Steve over at the bar.
I'm wearing one right now.
You are. Look, you got
shirt.
People will always ask about Herbert the Silent Deer. There he is.
Give him a shot there, Mark.
Show it, Mark. Come on. There he is back there. Still got the same face he was making when the truck hit him. Right there, Herbert the Silent Deer. Party Foul Steve's got the microphone. It looks like he's smoking a weird pipe or doobie or something.
It's my new favorite shirt because I got compliments on it. So
Somebody stomped you, didn't they?
Yep, in the restaurant and said, "Hey, that's right." Her name? Oh, I'm bad on names.
Oh, Lord.
Linda.
Okay, so I was in Washington, Port Angeles, Washington over the weekend. And you think that is the tip of the earth. Like, right, it's not the ends of the earth, but you could see it from there. And I was sitting there having lunch with friends and right on this coastal town of Washington, and the waitress, her name was Tracy, comes up and starts talking. She's like, I had to call my friends in Idaho because everybody here in Washington is liberal that I know, to tell them that I saw you. I'm like, you had to go out of the state to admit you were with me? That's crazy.
She probably had to go in a walk-in freezer and make sure no one was around listening.
Exactly. Like she had to close herself off. Like if I was wearing this shirt, I'd be embarrassed too. Look at this shirt. People love or hate. Like, just get it. Just hold it. Look at those eagles. Ah! Like that's kind of like the hawk and the dove back when we were doing Reverend Swindle.
Is that your... That's your Cowboy Connection profile shirt?
Yeah. Cowboys Online? Yeah, baby. Cowboys. I'm a cowboy, baby. Yeah.
When did you buy that shirt?
I took my horse down to the old Stump Road or whatever that song is.
Oh, yeah.
What's it called? I don't know. The Old Town Road.
Old Town Road.
Straight out of 1990.
That guy, Nas is
He did
gay.
well. I'm gonna take my
horse to the Old Town Road.
I'm gonna.
Cafe Anderson, our buddy Cafe, has a on stage deal he does. It's a mix.
Yeah.
It's a mashup of Cotton Eye Joe and Old Town Road.
Oh, okay.
It's Cafe and we love him, but the song still sucks. Cafe's good at taking crappy stuff and making it good. Hold that shirt up, Steve. That's a sick. Here, I got another for you.
so
Don't get
close.
it. I got another for you, boo. I can't quite reach. Hold that sucker up. We got to tell people about them.
Yeah.
PFAF.
Yeah.
Look at that shirt. That's red, by the way. Yeah, bam, PFAF. Party foul as friends do.
Yeah.
Yeah, still got a couple of the unapologetic pages. You can go to watchchad.com. Go get them. Hey,
Extra long.
my buddy, keep that thing. My buddy, the proper gentleman, right there. You got to find him, the proper gentleman.
Hello.
Jimmy Compton's in the house. I've shown you all my Trump wallets and stuff like that. And this guy, he stays so busy making all these leather goods and stuff, proper gentleman. And how'd you come about that name?
Oh, wow. I was coming out of a bad partnership, a bad business partnership, and I was just trying to set myself up for something that would present, the image of fair business. I just want to do fair business with people. And
I like it.
So that's, kind of like the 1920s, and this is before the Peaky Blinders came out. So
I like it, though, because they built a pretty good brand out of that deal. So.
Oh, yeah, that show's been pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's brought my brand up a little bit, I would think. So, yeah, it's been...
Every time I get on Instagram, there you are in your Basset Hound.
Oh, Fred's an awesome dog.
Yeah, is it Fred
From Smoking the Bandit?
Yeah, Fred. Oh, man, that's a trip. That's awesome, the dog's name, Fred. You following him on Instagram?
No, I'm not, but I'm going to.
At the proper gentleman.
You got to follow Fred, too. He's got his own Instagram.
Fred's got Instagram?
Yeah, he's pretty famous in my neighborhood.
I bet he is.
Yep, Fort
Fred's
Worth
a pimp,
Fred.
dude.
You got
Fort
your
Worth
neighbors
Fred.
picking up dog shit?
My neighbors give me a hard time if they see me walking him with a leash.
Awesome.
Like, for real. They chastise me.
Yeah, they want him off the leash, don't
Yeah.
they? That's like Steve. They don't like it when I put Steve on the leash.
I like it.
No, they like Party Foul off the leash. Has anybody done an off the leash podcast? See, I'm just coming up with that's a great podcast
that
name.
happens to be the name of another one I'm working on.
Is
You
it?
must have heard me say that.
Steve's on like 17 podcasts now. He's got Party Foul Nation YouTube channel. He's doing Beer for Brunch. Got the whole thing at partyfoulnation. It's partyfoulnation.com and Party Foul Steve on Instagram and all the good stuff. And
Working.
VIP.
hey, man, all you know how to do, all I know how to do is work. That's all I know how to do. I've never had a good day in my life, a fun day. If you can have fun doing what you do working, let me tell you something, you'll have a long life. And if you want to have a long life, scientists have cracked a cellular secret to living a long life. Now, you're not going to live forever, but you can live a long, long time. This international group of scientists is always the international ones, right? All the weird stuff happens in China and the UK, but several universities, these scientists have announced an exciting breakthrough in boosting your lifespan. This isn't a commercial, although it sounds like it is. Their work has resulted in an organism living 5 times longer than it normally would have. Do you want to live that long? Like, is there not enough of this life in the 75, 85, 95 years you live?
Well, and I'm wondering if do you just continue like at 85? Do you feel 85 and it just keeps on going? This 500%
See, yeah, that's
lifespan?
like, where do you stop, right?
Or you Benjamin Buttons and you can go backwards.
Like, he calls it a fountain of youth, but like, do they stop you at 35 or do you just feel like you're 90 for like 117 more years?
Right.
That's the thing. So they've worked with this species. I just like saying this word, nematode worms. They found a species of nematode worms known as C. elegans. And so what they've done is they've been able to expand the life. So if you want to live the life 130% longer, if you want to live the life of a worm, then they're thinking that you can do this thing. This is the deal. We're going to test it. Who do we want to live the longest among us?
Me?
No, you want that.
Oh.
Not the rest of us. The consensus vote probably is not you, Steve.
Well, you take a guy like Donald Trump, and he's got good genes.
Oh, by the way, we're coming out with a shirt. It will be available. It's probably available on the website right now. Trump 2024. You can get it at watchchad.com. Trump 2024.
Oh, that would spin so many heads.
Oh, I can't wait to just bust some people's
Oh, they're
brains.
gonna explode. They're literally gonna explode and try to correct you.
Yeah, but back to your point, I'm thinking Candace or Mark probably would have to live the longest because the rest of us, we're shit. I mean, we're just not good people. We talk too much. Well, you're a pretty good person.
Well, things are breaking down though. I mean, our-
Guilt by
Thanks for
association.
singling you out, huh?
Yeah. Natalie's a good human.
ish. Yeah.
I mean, technically, you're probably doing the nematode worm therapy already because look how good you look at 45.
Hey, 45 years old.
But you say that when you started this, I thought you were doing an ad read. So I was sitting over here being quiet. So, and all I could think is, there's some guy out there that's been married for like 50 or 60 years, and he's like, "No, I'm ready to go now."
Yeah. Don't give my wife the nematode worm
I don't
therapy.
want any more. I want to end my subscription.
Oh, well. Anyway. Now, before you go off dreaming of a pill that can make you live 5 times longer, you should know that we're far from even considering the possibility of experimenting with such things in humans.
Bullshit. They're already
Sometimes
doing
it pays to be a worm, kid. Well, there's an underwater volcano that's apparently humming. They can't figure out where the humming is coming from.
You ever hear Land of the Lost?
Yes.
It's
Somebody-
tree stacks down there humming.
Maybe
Somebody's
it is,
probably
man.
got tinnitus over there. That's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Indian Ocean between Madagascar and Mozambique. Most people don't even know where that is. There's a volcano. The seismographs started picking up little thousands of earthquakes in May, and there's some humming going on. There's some they're
Tectonic
trying to
plates
figure out.
vibrating.
Yeah. So the volcano's humming, and it goes, "I love you."
That's sweet.
I know. Okay, so we all know how a VPN protects your privacy and security online, right? But I didn't know this until recently, and it's taking my TV watching game to the whole other level. Next level stuff. You can use a VPN to unlock movies and shows that are only available in other countries. Over the weekend, I used ExpressVPN to binge Doctor Who on UK Netflix. It was simple. Yes, I watched Doctor Who. I just fired up the ExpressVPN app, changed my location to UK, refresh Netflix, and that's it. See, ExpressVPN hides your IP address and lets you control where you want sites to think you're located. You can choose from almost 100 different countries, so just think about all the Netflix libraries you can go through. You love anime? Wow! Use ExpressVPN to access Japanese Netflix and be spirited away, but it's not just Netflix. ExpressVPN works with any streaming service. That's Hulu, BBC, iPlayer, YouTube, you name it. There are hundreds of VPNs out there, but the reason I use ExpressVPN to watch shows is it's ridiculously fast. There's no buffering or lag. You can stream in HD, no problem whatsoever. ExpressVPN is also compatible with all your devices, phones, media consoles, smart TVs, and more. So you can watch what you want on the go or on the big screen wherever you are if you visit my special link right now, expressvpn.com/watchchad. You can get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. Support the show, watch what you want, and protect yourself at expressvpn.com/watchchad. You can watch me in other countries. Leave it to the rednecks in Las Vegas. They found an illegal homemade gas station in somebody's backyard.
Yeah, people been doing that forever. All the farmers. Have
Come on, Steve.
This ain't new.
How do you do that? They got it was Vegas. They found a makeshift gas pump outfitted with yellow tanks and a gas pump nozzle. Yeah, so it basically they could do curbside fill-ups. You just pull up at Joe's house and he's pumping gas.
Come on, you never went out to some farmer's house where they have a gas tank, a diesel
I've done
tank,
that.
and
That's
just
a different deal.
got your
That's
little
not.
gas.
That is not what this is. Storing fuel
This is a
for
quarter-acre
your
lot.
purposes to use on your farm is one thing. But
1/8
to be
acre.
running a gas station out of your backyard, this guy had a hose long enough. You just pull up, and they're purchasing gasoline from him. So
wonder what he's charging. He would have to
hard.
probably charge higher than a regular gas station, huh?
I'm just trying to figure out where he's refilling the gas
That's what
from.
I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah. People purchase gasoline with stolen credit card information, empty the fuel into containers at home. That's what they're doing. They're stealing the gas.
They're stealing gas.
They're going and they're using fake deal and they're just pouring it. I mean, that's a whole lot of siphoning off of gas,
That is.
man. That's a lot of
a
effort.
crackhead will do anything for $20.
That's a lot of sucking.
It's like,
It's a whole lot. Yeah, you call it something and we'll call it siphoning. How about that?
$20.
That's what they freshen their breast with and unleaded.
Air travel in Sweden has dropped off amid a surge of flight shaming. That's fun. Apparently, it's dropped by 4%. Woo!
That's probably that Guten Thurnberger girl.
She doesn't fly. She doesn't fly. Guten Thunberger.
Guten Tag.
She doesn't even fly.
Oh, you're saying
but I'm trying to
because she's
find out this
discouraging it.
Yeah,
anti-flying.
she's discouraging it.
Steve, be quiet. Let's get to the story. We don't know what's going on yet.
I'm just going off the headline.
I know, but the people watching at home don't have access to the headlines, which is why we give them to them.
They're encouraging it, amid increasing concerns over
Steve
global
sits at the
warming.
damn bar like everybody's reading the same papers he's got in front of him.
I'm not even reading the paper.
I
That's
know
in
you're
front of me.
not. Thunberger.
It's global warming.
It's not. Is that the deal?
Yes, it's right here.
Sweet Avia. I would.
Yeah.
That sounds like an artificial sugar.
Yeah.
Sweet Avia. It says it highlighted its environmental efforts, saying it's all the airports will have zero carbon emissions. Okay, you lost me.
Wait. Adding Swedish term flygasm.
You lost me. I like flygasms.
I came back at flygasm. Yeah, that's.
Is that like the Mile High Club?
I would guess so.
So aviation shaming, like flight shaming, is because of the carbon emissions?
I'll
I
be
can't even read this. Let's go back to Steve. Just read the headlines.
No, teenage climate activist Greta Thunberg
I can't stand this kid.
last year sailed across the North Atlantic twice to avoid flying. So they brought her up.
Here, Greta. I have
I was
plucked
close.
a growing rose from the earth. It was healthy.
So Natalie just confirmed by the headline and what she just read that I was pretty close on topic. where
But
they
you
were
weren't
going with it.
informing the public, Steve.
And you caught her Guten.
And we don't. Guten Thunberger. Guten Thunberger. Guten Dagen. You know what's funny is people will watch this far into the show just to get pissed off that we're picking on Greta Thunberg.
Look at you killing roses for.
Did you? This is a
reason.
recycled rose, by the way, from Glenn Beck's 20-year wedding anniversary. It has been passed around from 7 people in this office. It smells like Beck lovemaking.
So
that is from the Bachelor's cast.
It is not. I will give
Totally.
you the rose.
Is that even
I've already
real?
made out with 17 women, but I'm giving you a rose. I'm giving you a rose and my herpes.
Let me tell you this
thank
morning.
you.
I was
I just want one of
watching
them.
Glenn Beck this morning. I was listening to him, and they were briefly talking about Stu's new show, Stu Does America.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm thinking, and I even told the makeup girl, I said, hey, it sounds like Debbie
The
does
makeup
that.
girl has a name.
I don't want to
She's
say Kay.
Filipino,
I know her name is Kay,
but she still has a name.
I said, sounds like Debbie does Dallas. And then no sooner than I got that out of my mouth, Glenn Beck says, it's kind of like Debbie does Dallas, Stu does America. I was like,
I told you guys,
Great
Glenn Beck
minds.
has a sixth sense. He doesn't live on the same planet. He just absorbs your brainwaves and thoughts. He just sucks it right out.
he heard me through a few walls or something.
Yeah.
Funny.
A stewgasm. That's what they failed, Mark. They should have called that show Stewgasms.
Oh, I think I said that wrong. It's my dyslexia. It's fly scam. I read it as
Talking about
flygasm,
the airline stuff?
which I think is a good word.
I want y'all to stop and appreciate the sheer shittery that's going on right now. You had me at flygasm, and that's not even. It was some Swedish crap going on.
It's
which
FL.
we've wasted
Made
way
up
too
on the
many
fly.
moments on.
Yeah, sorry. But let's go with flygasm.
Flygasm.
It's better.
Okay.
Doesn't sound like
Americans
shaming,
say
though.
that income inequality is a bigger problem than illegal immigration. Well, you know what? If you'd stop letting illegal people come into the country, you might get paid a fair wage. But let me tell you kids something. Y'all don't want to mow grass. You don't want to lay bricks. You don't want to dig ditches. You don't want to pump gas. You don't want to work on cars. You don't want to put a plug in my flat tire. You don't want to do any of that stuff. You want to sit there and exercise your thumbs on PlayStation and Xbox 4 or whatever the hell it is. I don't even know what version Xbox we're on. Xbox-gasm. I don't even know. These kids, they can't get their faces out of TikTok long enough to make money. Like, you want a $15 minimum wage to flip a hamburger, and you're going to say income inequality is a bigger problem than illegal immigration.
Take those thumbs and go learn how to tape and float, and you'll have a job from now on.
That's true.
What do you say?
Learn how to tape and float.
Tape
And float.
We're talking sheetrock, buddy.
Sheetrock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Learn a skill.
I'm just trying to figure out what language you're talking.
I'm back at boxgasm. That's awesome.
Flygasm, boxgasm,
I'm
sheetrock,
talking tape and float and
rockgasms.
orange peel.
This is dumb. Yeah, so let's talk about the things Americans are concerned with, all right? Overall, among the adult survey, 4 of the 5 top priorities for the federal government favor the Democrats politically. Making health care more affordable was the runaway winner. The remarkable 72% of all adults want that, regardless of their politics. I tend to agree with that. And it should be a top priority for the federal government. Reducing gun violence, 58%. Addressing climate change, 49%. Those rounded out the top 5. Dealing with terrorism, law and order, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, 1%. I can't even with these stupid people. 1% are leading a very different life to everyone else. This follows a separate study released Monday. It says life experiences and income inequality in the United States. Shut up and get a job.
We just
Did you see I read through this stuff and I'm like, oh my God, I can't stand people. Did you see the video that I did on the street? I just released 30 seconds of it with the climate protester.
I did.
That was a mess. And look, I see these people protesting on the street, whatever city I'm in. I walk up to them, and whoever's with me, I say, hey, run the video camera. I just want to have a conversation. You never know what's going to come out of it. They might change my mind.
Sure.
And this guy's sitting out there with this big poster thing, this plastic banner that he's written, for the future, climate for the future stuff. He's painted on it. He's wearing literally they were rubber gloves. They were insulated rubber gloves, and they were not like the surgical kind, Steve. Don't get turned on. And he was wearing his Columbia jacket, and he had his glasses and the whole thing. He's holding this thing painted. And I'm like, where'd you get this deal? I mean, if you're this is a petroleum-based sign you're holding. You're wearing petroleum-based clothing. Carbon emissions, you're one big carbon emission is what you are. Well, I dug this out of the trash. Well, the paint you didn't dig out of the trash, Well, if you followed me around, you would know exactly what I do. And I said, yeah, but you're blaming America. If you're one person, blame yourself. You worry about yourself. I said, what about Joaquin Phoenix, who just came out and said, well, okay, I flew here in an airplane, but I can help the environment based on what I eat. And he goes, well, not all of us live our lives like Joaquin Phoenix. And I said, no, but that's the hypocrisy of it, right? That's the hypocrisy. People want to talk about climate change and Greta Thunberg, and we flip the rows around here. We joke around about the flygasms, and then we talk about what people want in the world from illegal immigrants and how making equality of income and all this kind of stuff. All of these issues, they're so unfounded and baseless when it comes to the facts behind them. Because the guy goes on to tell me, and this is just a perfect example that you can use for all of these. At the end of the day, these folks, they make these things, these claims, because it sounds good. It salves your sick-ass conscience, right? Like, you've been irresponsible. You want to fix the globe. Here's how you fix the world. Just don't pollute. Just don't pollute. We're going to live our lives. We're going to leave a carbon footprint. We're not going to change the world. We're not changing the environments because we're not gods over this world, right? So the earth will shake us off, as Steve says. Yep. It'll shake us off and go on about its business. If we're destroying the world, where were the humans when the dinosaurs went extinct, right? I mean, it wasn't because of climate change. Climate's going to change. It's going to change back. It's going to change again. And I'm telling this guy, I'm like, okay, but you're one big carbon emission. What about China? What about India? He goes, well, it's our countries, the rich countries of the world that have exploited all the other countries for like 100 years now. And just in the last 50 years, I said, no. India and China. Let's talk about India and China. They are 87% of all the pollution in the world. Let's talk about their emissions. Well, India, that's just not a true thing. And I said, it is a true thing. And I told him, and this is what was in the video, I said, I'll give you that India is impoverished. It's impoverished, but what about China? China is not. Now, they might impoverish their people, but it's not an impoverished nation. It's a very wealthy nation. Who's going to stand up to them? And he says, well, I really don't know those numbers. I don't know those numbers. No, because you're not anti-climate change. You're anti-America. You're anti-privilege. You're anti-first world is what you are. And so when I read articles like this where somebody says, I would rather have the illegal aliens, let's have people, how dare you call them aliens? Because that's what they are. Stop trying to change the vocabulary of the world because it's offensive to you. And I woke up feeling like a victim today. Prayers.
It must be interesting or fun living anti-American all while living here.
While
enjoying
here,
your free
here,
nation.
Playing your Xbox, and you want income equality? You want
Right.
income equality? Okay, what type of income equality are we talking about? Are we talking about amongst races? Because Asians make more than anybody else in America. So do I feel oppressed as a white man? No. Asians make more money. As a woman, women make just as much as men. That has been statistically proven over and over and over and over again. You can't take if you take a maternity leave after having a baby, guess what? You're going to have some loss of income. There's going to be some things that are going to have to make up for that loss of production right there. And so there's a chance where if that's a possibility, you might not make as much as a man. But that's because of life choices. You didn't have to do that. You could be a ball buster for the rest of your life, Natalie. You could be a ball buster career woman. You're not. You have a career, but you're not somebody, you're an entrepreneur. You don't go in there and answer to the man every day. Right? You're a risk taker. You go out there and do this stuff. You were a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader when you were like 71.
I know.
You were like bringing back the team.
Yep. Well, I took some of that.
Some of the pills, some of the nematode worms.
I got my nematodes. I'm trying out next year.
You're starting to look very asexual.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Worms aren't male or female. They just split it up.
Hey.
I'm having a flygasm right now.
Yes.
Hashtag stay horned.
Stay horned. 7-year-old kid in Germany. I want to see this kid's art.
Yes.
Mark, I want to see this kid's art. Tell Candace to slap up some art here. Michael Akar, 7 years old, already working and painting, selling his art for tens of thousands of dollars.
Pint-sized Picasso.
Yeah, that's what they're calling him. Born in Cologne, Germany. 2012. It's a baby. Yeah. So I want to get some of this. Yeah.
How many
Somebody
Picassos
said.
do you own, Chad?
Huh?
Do you have any Picasso paintings at your house?
I don't have any that anybody knows about.
He's got a proper gentleman wallet, though.
I got a proper gentleman Trump wallet. That's right. That is a piece of art. Yeah. Let's see that kid whip out a guitar strap like Cafe has. So that's great. But you know what they're saying? You know what they're saying, right? They're saying he's talented, he's great, but guess what? He's going to be exploited. Going to be exploited. Here's a kid selling his work for over $12,000, and they're saying, well, people are going to be exploiting him. Don't exploit him. He's got a great future ahead of him.
It'll be his parents who exploit him.
Yeah. Kind of like the
Hey, trust me, if my kid could paint paintings that sold for $12,000, she'd be cranking them out every day.
Right.
If my kid knew how to siphon gas into a tank in the backyard and pump it out at the curb, we'd be making money right now.
Boom.
Oak Valley, Texas,
Don't exploit
baby.
your kids. If your kids can bring home some money, you're going to exploit them.
Yeah.
Come on.
But you know what's going to piss them off right here? The kid's already said, when I'm older, I want to be a football player. Which, by the way, that's soccer for you Americans. Painting is quite tiring for me. Sometimes it can take a longer time.
Get back in your room and paint, boy.
Especially with boxing gloves. But that's what he's doing. He's
painting with boxing gloves?
painting with boxing gloves. Puts on his daddy's boxing gloves and he punches it into the canvas.
What?
That's not
And
art.
that's art.
That's just
That's
getting rid of
random.
aggression.
Sounds like that kid's having tantrums and they're figuring out a way to market that.
Hey, when the kid's flopping around on the floor, throw some paint on him. I swear to God, it's going to be art.
Be a
That's a good
masterpiece.
idea. Let's find a hyperactive-ass kid, throw him down on the floor in the middle. When your kid has a tantrum, have like a canvas area, a big canvas area, 10 by 10, right?
Throw paint on
and just
him.
be like, hey, tantrum time, kids. Throw them down there and just throw paint at them and see what comes out. Like multicolors, just start squirting them with paint.
We're going
Let's
to be
just see.
so rich.
Oh my God. And we'll call it tantrum art.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't it great? Prodigy.
And yeah,
I'm 47 years old. I'm a prodigy.
you are.
So much unrealized potential. I think if I had 5 more lifetimes, like a nematode worm,
Yeah.
like a nematode worm, I need that 5 more lifetimes. I could be something.
Oh, man.
Okay, well, good luck, kid. Hey, let's say 2 listeners went to the same auto dealership to buy the same car. Listener number 1 had a slightly below average credit, just a couple of late payments like it happens to a lot of us. Listener number 2 was smart before she car shopped. She called creditrepair.com for actual information for an actual human to get the advice she needed. And in just minutes, her creditrepair.com advisor shared her credit score and report summary for free. Then they pointed out items that could cause her to pay more for her car and how she could work to fix them. In the end, she made sure her report was fair and accurate before applying for a loan. Look, if you're thinking about buying a car, refinancing your home, or applying for credit, call creditrepair.com first. Get your free credit score and report right now, plus smart advice from actual humans on how you can improve both. I want you to call them. 800-551-9835. Don't complain about not talking to a human when I'm giving you the opportunity to do it. Call 800-551-9835. 800-551-9835. It's not available in all states, including Georgia, Mississippi, Ohio, Oregon, and South Carolina. Computers, they're going to steal jobs from white-collar workers. Shocker.
Isn't that already happening?
Yeah.
Computers are.
I was
not
driving
breaking
over
news.
here in my automated Tulsa truck, and I realized, man, I don't even get to drive myself anymore.
Before long, there'll be a robot sitting at Party Foul Pub. Just
Party
sitting
Foul
here
Pub.
saying
Well,
stupid
yeah,
shit.
we're kind of thinking that way anyway. Yeah, DeepMind, an AI company owned by Google, which, by the way, the computer's going to take over the world. Skynet's going to become self-aware. It's going to happen. It's going to kill us all.
Oh, okay.
We need John Connor to come back and start killing people. They announced the development of a system that can outperform human specialists in breast cancer diagnosis. Ain't no computer can feel a boob better than me. Not a single one. Natalie, tell them.
I don't know.
You don't know what a computer can do.
Well,
You know
I know
what
that
Chad can-
squishy thing.
Oh, that's a mammogram thing.
But somebody's got to put
And
that
it's
boob
not
in
comfortable.
Somebody got to put that boob in the proper placement.
That's
and
true.
I'm here to put your Play-Doh right there and squeeze that sucker out, and it comes out like spaghetti, like the Play-Doh booby factory.
Watch the implant.
Yeah. But, how does it work? It does not try to replicate the instinct or judgment or intuition of a doctor because, what will a human know that a titty feels like? In fact, it knows or understands nothing about medicine at all. Instead, it exploits recent advances in processing power and data analysis to run a pattern recognition algorithm through thousands of past cases, hunting for similarities between them and the particular mammograms in question. It really truly is starting to sound like my sex life.
I was going to say that would really quickly evolve. That machine and computer would evolve into sexual harassment and self-awareness.
But it doesn't
device.
feel anything. There's no
it'll start
motives.
feeling stuff though.
Sexual device.
Let me tell you what it's going to do, Steve. It's just going to start pinching your titties off. Because it's going to be like, we have found an imperfection. And just deal with it, Johnny, on the
wow.
spot. It's like that sex robot. Remember we talked about that weeks ago on the show. The sex robot, they were having a recall because it could potentially squeeze people to death. Thinking it's doing its job.
Overachiever.
Yeah. Like,
You like
yes,
that?
I'm
Do you
on
like
number
that? Is it good for you?
3.
I like it.
The girth gauge was wrong in it or something.
Oh, Candace is back. Look at her over there.
What did
giving
she
me
walk
the
into?
caustic glare. Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol? Technological progress means it no longer matters that human beings cannot explain themselves. This is increasingly true for just who wants to live 5 times longer? Really? I mean, do you? No, not with this crap. I mean,
Like you
just
said, if
the
I stopped
stuff.
at 35, maybe
We only
40.
got 11 years left, and the Earth's over. So
Here's the thing. I want y'all to look at this shirt. I want
years.
y'all to look at this shirt I'm wearing. This shirt was designed, what, 78, 79, 80? This is straight up Bud and Sissy, Urban Cowboy, Electric Bull, Scott Glenn. I'll cut you and steal all the money. And then I'm going to live down in Houston and like a rants. That's the wrong
that's
movie.
John Travolta.
Who did I say?
You said Bud and Sissy, right?
Bud and
Bud and
Sissy, that's
Sissy, yeah,
right.
John Travolta.
That's right.
Urban Cowboy.
Urban Cowboy, you're right.
I'm right.
You
good.
just went into Glenn Campbell.
No, I did. But I said
Cowboy.
Scott
Cowboy.
Yeah,
Glenn,
you did.
who was the bad guy who held up the deal while they were having the bull riding
tattoo.
tournament. Mm-hmm. Right. So anyway, Steve just hears things. But this shirt has lasted the test of time.
Yeah.
Right? It has had a good long life.
And it's
Ain't
still
nobody
bright.
wore it.
And it's still
has
bright
had
white.
its-
Been hanging in a closet since 1974.
I've
You must do
worn
your
it.
laundry right.
People have
That
seen this
wrapped
shirt.
back around in the 90s.
You
Can
did a
I
truck
wonder if I can make a
video.
point. I wonder. I don't know. Chad Prather Show. Just wondering.
You
Just
did
wondering.
a truck video in that.
Can I read
shirt.
something? What I want to know is this thing has had its ups, it's had its downs. It's been in style, it's been out of style. It should have never been in style. But look at it. It has stood. Here it is. And then at some point in time, it'll just go away. And nobody will ever remember it was here. Right?
It'll be a shop rag in somebody's garage.
The same with human life. Live it. It has its ups. It has its downs. Sometimes it's in fashion. Sometimes it's attractive. And then there are times when it's not. And then it just goes away. And no one really misses it. Because the ones who do miss you, eventually they go away too. Mm-hmm. So that's the thing. We worship ourselves too much. That's the point I'm trying to make. You want to live forever. You want a computer to make you healthier. You need these organisms, all these things to make you healthier, wealthier, and wise. Just live your life. You don't need an automobile that drives itself. You don't need that. You don't need to put the gas in the backyard. Go to the store. This is crazy. We're killing ourselves, trying to make ourselves more comfortable, trying to make ourselves healthier. Death by titty pinching.
Titty pinching.
Titty pinching. And flygasms.
Yep.
Flygasms. What a way to go.
Point made.
If you see the Trump wallets that Jimmy makes, proper gentleman, it's Trump, skull.
Yeah, I've seen it.
The hair is on point. I tweeted that and it got taken down. Did you see the Iranian video over the weekend, this past weekend? They made this where the Iranians are plotting on how they're going to take over Washington, D.C., and it shows a video of, they're like, I think I just went Korean. I don't know. And all of a sudden the Capitol blows up. And then they're storming the White House and they're throwing grenades in the Oval Office. And it shows all these dead people, and they've got kind of one of those Control-Alt deep fake faces of Donald Trump laying there in the Oval Office dead, But his hair, not a single one is out of place. Not a single hair. Then they show him laying out on the street, and it's just a dead Trump. And I tweeted it. I was like, look at Donnie. So pimp. Even in death. White rain on point. I mean, Donnie looking tight.
Yeah.
Got a little blood coming out of the corner of his mouth. Donnie T, baby. Do you know there's some surprisingly smart solutions to climate change coming out from conservatives? I didn't know that. Don't care.
Okay.
Give a hoot, don't pollute.
Give a hoot, don't pollute. Thank
Yeah,
you.
just don't pollute. How about that?
Clean up
I'm a
your
conservative,
own
and that's
yard.
my solution. Pick your shit up. Right? Just pick it up. This doesn't count. Candace will get that. Candice's all about the trash. I knew she was picking up trash this morning because she texted me. She said, do you still need the Ricky Gervais rant? And I was like, no, put it in the garbage. Am I right? You were looking at what to throw away, weren't you?
On the computer hard drive.
Oh, the hard drive. You
Yeah.
didn't need that.
So
Don't mess with her though. I witnessed her take her license to carry class. She's ready to go.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what Candice the Ethiopian is like, and Jupiter and Mars. In other words, billionaire Yosaka Mezawa. He sounds like he plays for the Rangers. Now batting, Yusaka
Ah,
Maezawa wants to fly his girlfriend to the
girlfriend.
moon with him on SpaceX. See, we're back to the Tulsas. Back to the Tulsas. Japanese.
He's in search
He's
for
a
a
search
love.
for love out of this world.
But
If
that
you want-
rocket fuel leaves a big carbon footprint.
Don't you know?
Like,
Don't you know?
Is he going to stay in space when he goes, or is he planning on coming back?
I don't know. That's a good question.
he's just trying to find a
Climb
girlfriend.
into
That's
the
extreme
moon.
measure to find a girlfriend.
Time into the moon! Harry!
That's like a
Which, by the way, Harry Carey, when he was alive, announced for the Cubs, because they're now batting Yusaka Maezawa. Holy cow!
Dude, your impressions are on point today.
I don't know
Seriously.
about that. I'm off my meds. I'm just going with it.
True story.
So has anybody ever heard of Yusaka Maezawa? Mm-mm. He's a 44-year-old online fashion entrepreneur. Probably live forever.
Zozo
He's a
founder.
nematode worm.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with being Japanese, by the way. He wants a girlfriend. He's taking applicants. You know who else is a freak show about chicks? And apparently his girlfriend now, what's her name? She's one of those one-name people. Elon Musk. What's her name? Slime or something?
Very close. Grime.
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 See, my brain, dude, I remember stuff.
You do.
I remember stuff. Her name is Grime.
Grimes.
I'm telling you, I saw that article this week, and it just stuck. Like, for some reason, slime, my brain called it back up. Well, she slimed to me. Apparently,
But he-
she's pregnant.
Yeah, he already has like 5-6 kids.
Well, here's the thing with Elon Musk. I read a very fascinating article about Elon, and by the way, Jeffrey Epstein hung out with him a lot and did not kill himself. Go back and watch our 3-part episode. They're all trying to imitate us now, Candace. They're all trying to. People are sending me messages going, "Have you seen this one on Epstein?" And I'm like,
It's too late.
Bitch, I wrote the book.
We already did it. We already did it.
Huh?
Too late.
We've already done it. They're
Yeah.
like, well, this has some different stuff on it. And I'm like, yeah, because they watched ours and then added more stuff to it. We scooped them
Somebody should just let him die.
again and again and again. By the way, my current theory is, because I do get these messages about Epstein, and I'll get back to Grime and Slime and Majua Makazakaka in Tulsa, and the Elon Musk fascinating article. I'll get back to all that. You know what? Because I got this under control. So I don't think Jeffrey Epstein was Mossad. Okay? Okay. But I think Ghislaine, yes. And I think that Epstein, with the trends of how he was always trying to influence people, I think she was using him. Whatever her connections, whether she's Mossad or whatever, CIA, who cares? Something's up with Ghislaine, right? Because she is the X factor. Nobody's touching Ghislaine.
That's very true. Yeah.
They're hiding her. They're hiding her. The FBI's even said that she's somewhere. They're hiding her, right? Even they've come out and hinted that she might be a Mossad agent. So I think that she was using Epstein because Epstein was such an influential person. So Epstein was a moron. Intellectually, he was a moron, right? The head he was using was in a different place. But he was a moron. Where he was a genius was in building relationships and influencing people. Because he was so just, what is the right word there? Just the way he was able to just
Engaging.
charisma.
I was going to say.
And,
Engaging.
You know, just the way he, engaged people. And there's all these, it's just like, you were in his world, and he just absorbed you into his sphere. Bill Clinton the same way, which I think why I think they got along so well as pedophiles. But is that actionable in court? It's not, is it? I don't see. Anyway, but I think Ghislaine was using him, right? Just like so many were. So he hung out with Elon Musk, that's why we talked about it. Because I was with somebody over the weekend, and they were like, I don't know why you're even talking about it. I'm just glad he's dead. Roger, you know what you're talking about. And I said, but it does matter, and I'm glad he's dead. If we can bring him back and kill him again, that'd be great. But great. But there's so many people out there hiding in plain sight. And I'm not saying Elon Musk is a pedophile, but I am saying he's a weird dude. And I read this article about Musk, a couple of years ago that was talking about how insecure he is and he has to have a woman. Like he was in a relationship with that smoke show, the blonde that was in the Johnny Depp movie about Cuba where he was Hunter S. Thompson. What was her name?
So that was Amber Heard. That was Johnny Depp's ex-wife.
Oh.
And then he had, remember, Elon Musk had the breakdown and,
Yeah.
something about him crying in his front lawn. And then that fell apart. And then he got with Grimes.
Okay.
And now
But he made the
expecting.
thing because he's sort of like not on the planet too. He's got Beck disease, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he's. Can we say that? Is that actionable? Can Glenn Beck shut us down?
He might come down here with
I meant
your
it as a
ass.
compliment, Glenn. God, Glenn.
He's got people.
Glenn's got a lot of people. Anyway, they're watching. Herbert the Silent
Got hidden
Deer.
cameras in here.
Yeah. I see you, Mighty Heaton, hanging on the wall. Those eyeballs looking at me.
I see you,
Your
Chad.
dead eyes. There's a camera in Mighty Heaton's eyes.
In his nose.
So, but he was talking about how he can't be alone. Like he just grieves him to be alone. And so now he's anyway. So this sounds kind of like this billionaire kind of sounds like an Elon Musk type thing. Now you're taking applicants because that's basically what Elon was sort of doing. He was like, I need a woman to be with me. She's got to fit these criteria. Like, you know how you get together and there's a spark?
Yeah.
Not with these people. They need you to hit the checklist.
This could be a
Hit the
whole new spin
checklist
to The
and then they
Bachelor.
make-
Like
I
he
mean,
could
they-
make a show out of this.
They're
And we're
not
going to
meeting-
space.
They're not meeting women.
Then
at
we're
the
gonna
club like
say
us
world
normal
peace.
people are.
Yeah, they don't go to the club.
Yeah.
They don't go to the club.
Oh,
They got to check it out. I'm going to need a sample of your DNA.
take samples.
And we laugh about that, but that's true. That was a long way around to say this dude's weird. As feelings of loneliness and emptiness slowly begin to surge upon me, there's one thing that I think about continuing to love one woman, Matt Azawa said. The Zozo founder. I want to find a life partner. With that future partner of mine, I want to shout I love and world peace from outer space. Well, nobody's going to hear you, Yuzu. They're going to be full moon lovers. You and me are full moon lovers. You and me, 47-year-old moon lovers. There must be someone who wishes for world peace, he said. You're leaving the world. Why does it matter?
Leaving the world
You would
for
want
a
moon
piece.
peace.
All right, final thing off the rails. It's called a manicure, after all. Fashionable millennial men are all about nail art. Mark Ribeiro II, not Junior, because Junior's just not sophisticated enough. You got to be the second. Founding fitness instructor at Fit House. And former American Ninja Warrior. We should see if our buddy Tyson Pfeiffer knows this guy. Tyson, call me. Well, we want to know if you know Mark Ribeiro.
We're gonna paint your nails.
Ribeiro the second. He's gotten a ton of compliments lately, not on his physique, but on his nail art. Let me see your nails. Candace, your nails? Yeah? How they looking? How's your nails? Look at Steve.
I got great nails.
You get a manicure, don't you?
Yeah, occasionally.
You're a fag.
Oh,
I can say that, LGBTQF. Remember, I added fag to the end. It's all on me, Beck. A girl at the juice shop today said, "Oh, your nails are cute," Ribeiro 34 tells the Post. "The woman at work tell me that my nail art is better than theirs." Yes, he's taken his high fashion nail looks to the mainstream. Who are these people? Like, are these people like real? Like, I didn't know that slime existed until Elon Musk, and now she's pregnant with his seed. But here's singer Bad Bunny.
His name's Grit.
Who's Bad Bunny? That's a thing? That's a person. Like, who was the rapper? Was it TJ or EJ or TI or RJ or Fred? Whoever it was that pulled the white kid up and wanted to do the F Trump. Told him to say F Trump and he wouldn't do it,
All
and they
those
shamed him.
names
Yeah.
sound somewhat correct.
TJ or TL or RQ. I don't know who these people are.
Bad Bunny, I know, is that's like a name of a
You know, now
artist.
that you say it.
Yeah.
You say it in that millennial voice.
Yeah. Oh well, Bad Bunny's up. I don't know. Anyway, so apparently, guys, the thing to do is go out and get. He's got long nail beds. Means he can get more designs. Look at my shirt. How about that, Ribeiro?
Get that on there.
Look at this shirt. Get this on your nail design.
You need to have your nails done like that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I don't have long nail beds though, so I'm out.
Yeah, all the baseball catchers.
Well, they do that
get
for the game, and then they take it right off. They put the fluorescent stuff so you can see, which I think is dumb too.
A lot of the rock star guitar players paint their nails.
I mean, God forbid. Can you imagine Thurman Munson painting his nails when he's playing for the Yankees? My God in heaven.
There's some little bedazzle on there.
Ding.
Sparkle.
He says, I started small with just some thin stripes, and now I'm addicted. I really like... I mean, what can I say? Kay, our Filipino makeup artist, she gave me a bag of makeup to take on the road with me, for when I'm doing TV appearances and, just lounging about the room.
And I'm taking makeup classes.
Yeah.
Not.
So you're doing his makeup?
No.
So here we are. Here we are. Full circle.
Here we are. I'm not even wearing shoes today. Look at that. Gold stripes.
Those are gold toes.
Gold toes, baby. The Proper Gentleman in the house. Jimmy Compton, go to thepropergentleman.com. Propergentleman.com is the website, right?
Thepropergentleman.com.
The Proper Gentleman. Yeah, and at The Proper Gentleman on Instagram. Hot News Natalie.
Thanks for having me, Chad.
Do you have any products for women?
I just launched a women's wallet, actually, my first one after
Women's
5
wallet?
years, yeah.
Is that like for transgender?
No, it's specifically
straight up
for
hoe
the
girls.
Okay,
yeah.
girl, and it's a wallet.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
You can carry
Folder.
Bigger, yeah.
You can carry a regular wallet.
Yeah, sure.
You get away with it.
Yeah,
we
I
have
would-
a huge announcement that's coming, by the way. I don't mean to interrupt y'all, but it goes along with this. We're going to start putting a couple of special things in special places for you to go get them on Blaze TV.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be the off the rails segments that we're going to do at the end of every episode. I'm telling Candace this. You're learning as she's learning, and I'm learning as I'm speaking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna do about 10 minutes extra that people have got to get on Blaze TV that they will not be able to get on YouTube. And that's going to piss some of you off. I had somebody who sent me a deal on Facebook yesterday and said, because I told him, I said, look, you need to subscribe. Well, if it's anywhere but YouTube, I'm not getting on YouTube. I said, okay, then go to blazetv.com. Well, I ain't paying for it. Kiss my ass. I mean, it's just real simple. They don't want a free platform because they don't like it the way the free platform is run by the people who own it. But you don't want to go pay for a platform that is 100% just for you, unadulterated. You get it when you want it. See, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You see what I'm saying, Candace? You pick. You want YouTube, it's free, but they might censor you. Like they hate when we talk about gun control. They hate when we talk about surviving active shooter scenarios. We did that with Clint Emerson. We couldn't put in the title how to survive an active shooter scenario. Couldn't put that in there. Are you looking for Big Brother, Candace? You're staring at the ceiling like, what are you, like, is somebody listening in? It's Beck, isn't it? It's Beck up there.
I sensed Glenn.
Is it Yuzu
Go
Mazumanduza?
up there and back.
Is he in the moon? Is he calling for true love and peace for the world?
World peace.
Peace! My lover! All right, we got to get ready for a Skype interview, so we're getting out of here. Partyfoul Steve, partyfoulnation.com. Go get some stuff. Go to watchchad.com. Find us out on the road. Come have some fun with us before I lose my voice. Of course, Puppet Master Mark, Proper Gentleman, Jimmy in here, and go to Texas Gun Experience and get your pew-pew on. And you might even run into Hot News Natalie up there. Yeah.
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 You know who's cute?
Cassidy.
Cassidy. She's so cute. She is so cute.
Yeah, she is cute.
I texted her last night. Me and Sean were talking about her, and she'd post something. And she's just so cute.
Yeah, she's a kind girl.
She is
really
a sweetheart. She is a sweet, sweet girl.
She's a range safety officer up at Texas Gun Experience. She rotates, she does retail, all of that. But
She's smart. She's a gun girl.
Smart girl.
She gets it.
She's a gun girl.
And who knows, if you're looking for a billionaire, Cassidy, and you want to go to the moon, be kind of cool to see what like one of those guns would do on the moon.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there's a scientist out there who could tell us.
Shooting a gun in a vacuum?
Yeah. I mean, you couldn't hit anything, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Could you
Well, the
stop the bullet?
propulsion would work.
You would have propulsion.
Hey, Clint Emerson would know.
Clint Emerson would probably know that dude.
They do smart.
Jack Carr gave us a real gracious shout out. Clint gave us a real gracious shout out. I love all my Navy SEALs. Well, most of them. Jack Carr, they're talking about blah blah blah. They're promoting some stuff, and I told Clint, I said, Clint, I would love to say that the door's always open, but you just kick it in anyway.
Yeah.
I'd like to meet a Navy SEAL that has not written a book.
They don't exist. They don't exist. They've either written one or there's one in the works.
They actually have a class during Buds.
You got to write for 7 days straight, no sleep.
Yeah. Yep.
Now batting for the Texas Rangers.
World peace.
Oh, that's a moonshot, people. Oh, Candace, I got to go find some Zoloft. I love y'all. God bless. Talk to you next time. Bye.